Welcome to EIP Editing Office Hour, meeting number 79. This is issue number 1809 on Ethereum/PM GitHub repository. Thank you, Gajinder Singh. Gajinder is an EIP editor who is going to take this office hour and review proposals which are added on EIP GitHub repositories. So Gajinder, it's all yours. Maybe we can start with a review proposal.
Yeah, thank you, Pooja. Let's get started. Looks all good.
Cool. Yeah, I noticed that this proposal is not for Fusaka. Maybe it is for Glamsterdam and I'm sorry, I'm hearing an echo. Yeah. Nevertheless, the proposal can be moved in the review status even if it is not slated for like further ahead in the network upgrade schedules. The next one we have.
We can move to the next one.
Yeah, the next one we have here is for draft. I think there are a bunch of open proposals for draft.
So I did review this and added a few more comments and come back to it when the author build is all done.
Awesome. The next PR is 10768.
From the description of this PR, it seems like it's an ERC.
That's interesting. Maybe, yeah, metadata interface. Yes, sounds definitely like that. Maybe we want to let the author know about it.
Yeah, it seems like ERC.
Oh yeah, they have mentioned it in as well. Yes. So we can just left a comment here for the author to move this proposal to ERC repo. Next PR is 9374. Entity operations, yes. It seems like you have already reviewed it once, but the author seems to have responded to your comments.
But a lot of the comments don't seem addressed, it seems.
All right. We can perhaps get to next PR, which is 10311. It seems that you have already addressed rest of the drafts. Yeah, all of them have been addressed. So
Cool.
yeah, all of them have been addressed. So yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it is definitely unclear to me, like what we are trying to fix here. Oh, it's EL in optional value. Sorry. No, I was referring to the other one.
I think this is best addressed by the author, but why is the author not tagged over here?
Yeah, and I have noticed the issue that author is not being tagged in multiple other PRs.
So I think I commented this somewhere in all the PRs where only assets are modified. The author is not being tagged. So
Okay.
this is 6475.
Hi.
Ishaba.
Hi. I don't know how the meeting
I
is.
don't know how the
Jumping in. Sorry.
sorry.
No worries. I believe
No
Gajan
worries. I
very
believe Gajan
echo from your end. If it would
your
be
end, it would be
muting, that might help. Yeah.
muting, that might help. Yeah.
Hi, Gajinder.
Yep. Hello.
Shaba, do you have any particular PR that you would like to get it reviewed? If so, please drop the link in the chat.
Yeah. So I was jumping in for that to ask how it works actually. I'm just dropping the link soon and then we can see.
Mhm. I mean, generally we create an issue for that. So you can also drop the link in the issue and we can add it here. But while we have you on the call, you can just drop the link in the chat and we can pick it up from there.
Okay. Just have to find the link. The window.
And this seems to be adding a bunch of code.
Yeah, and here also, if you notice that every time editors are only tagged, the author of the proposal is, no, it is for website type of X, right?
Yeah, it correct.
Yeah, so definitely author is not required. So yeah.
Definitely, author is not required. So yeah.
And Veos or whatever is the author names, he has made a good bunch of PR for improving the documentation and adding some tools. But all of them needs to be addressed by Sam.
Would you want me to move it to EIP meeting?
Yeah, I have asked this particular PR author to create an issue for and list all his PRs for improving the documentation and all that.
Yeah, that would make sense. Then I will pick it up from the issue section.
I think this is another PR where a person is suggesting to add a section. I somehow remembering reviewing such a PR and I see it again. I don't know. Just comment.
So there is a question in the chat. So it seems that there is a proposal which is already merged and the EIP number is 8077. And we are joined by Shaba. He has some questions with respect to motivation and rationale. Yeah, please, Shaba.
Yeah, so when I was writing it, I realized that between motivation and rationale, it was not clear to me what's kind of the right differentiation. So I was using well, first I had mostly motivation. And then I've seen that so or the taxing motivation, and then I've seen that rationale is proposed to be kind of to discuss design variance. So I tried to do that, but I wanted to check if I understood well, if that's how it's used.
Yeah, motivation is why are you proposing this? What is the pain point that you are trying to solve, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically why. And again, as you mentioned, rational is what is the reasoning behind making some design changes that you have done, or why this particular EIP compared to some other alternative EIPs that are out there.
Okay, I see. Yeah. And another doubt I had is I see most EIP. So this is networking specific on DevP2P, which has its version numbers. And most proposals are already putting version number ahead, hoping that it will be that one. I was not putting it. This is just more of a question, like that's something which can be updated last minute to the right version number, right? So it's typically E/69 or 70 or 71. But because I don't know what will be the time ordering, obviously version number is not clear at this point.
Yeah, that is fine. We understand that. And before you move to review, basically, you should update the version number because you will move to review when there is a high chance of including it in some particular hard fork.
Mhm. Yeah, the other thing with these EIPs that they are not bound to hard forks. So, so
So if you are not bound to hard forks, then still basically, whenever you have consensus among clients, right? So
yeah,
because clients need to implement these
Yeah.
metafaces, and so when you have consensus in ACD, then basically they will also allocate a particular version for it, right? So that's how it goes.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I know it's basic questions, but I wasn't sure about the process.
No worries.
Yeah, no issues.
One last piece of information, Shaba, I don't know if you are aware of it or if it applies to all networking proposals. These days, even networking proposals are also included in Meta EAP. So if you go ahead with the normal review status when you are ready and comfortable and you have some temperature check, you can add it to review. Otherwise, it can be used when it is considered to be a part of like future upgrade. Yeah, not necessarily that it will be included in Meta EAP if it is not being implemented by all the clients at the same time, but generally this is now going to be a trend.
With MetaApe, you mean you mean the ones related to hard forks or
Yes.
something else?
Yeah. So for example, if you take a look at 7607, which is hard fork Meta for Fusaka, you would find other proposals there, ETH69, 7642, which is a networking proposal, and that is also included in here.
Yeah, I know, but it's something we actually discussed in ACD, and what was explicitly said is that we are not including all the networking proposals in the meta. Also, not to overload the process of the fork decision and ordering.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I just mentioned it in case it does not go through like normal course, then that is also an alternative. So when it
Okay.
is can be used this path. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining, and feel free to join in future calls if you have any further questions.
Thank you. And yeah, for joining. Now I was just jumping on the call because I just seen it in the calendar. But what's kind of the preferred way? So
Yeah,
like
that's
propose.
exactly the preferred way. You can just drop a link to your PR or question on the agenda and join the call.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And this seems correct, but it's better that author reviews this. So I'll just drop in the comment and see whether author has been tagged or not.
No.
I'm not sure.
No.
No one has been tagged.
No.
These strategies are still running, so maybe I'll just close and open the pull request.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed like there are a few proposals in which authors are not being tagged. I don't know why something might have broken. We need to take a look into that.
All right, so now the review board is running and probably authors will be tagged.
Okay, that's cool. So I see, and next week I see bunch of related to deposit snapshot. I don't know if they all are interrelated or by the same proposer. Could we just kind of make them batch?
Yeah, so I did commented on some of the max deposit removal thing.
Mhm.
I mean, this technically the previous one is also fine, and this is also fine.
Yeah,
But
there are a bunch of them with the same kind of similar requests. Yeah, edit.
but again, authors are not tagged because I think the changes in assets and our bot is not sort of flagging anything that is flagging the authors wherever assets are getting changed.
Okay, in that case, maybe we can tag the authors. Yeah. Or would you want to like close and open all of them? There are 3, 4.
No, this is not because of closing or opening. This is because we have a faulty bot that is not tagging authors when anything is changing in assets.
Oh, now I get it. Okay, okay. We need to even check that if any changes to assets. I don't think that we have this thing in the past that if there is any change in assets report, then authors are tagged. It was only for the body and the header of a proposal. So we might have to revisit it. Good point.
So there have been a bunch of such PRs, and I have sort of tagged Sam in each of them with the same text or similar text.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a good catch.
I think I commented over this. Yeah, I did comment. I don't. So I feel that I have reviewed similar PRs and commented over them, but they seem to be showing up without my comments. So
There are approximately 300 PRs now. So I don't know if people are just trying to repeat their PRs or they are like coming up with a lot of suggestions. Yeah, repetition is not the case.
I think I approved another such PR, but what some of these people are trying to do is basically is partially, they are trying to spread the same change across many PRs. So for example, you have many asset files over here, and if the same change is over all the assets file, they are not trying to make a one PR for it. They are just trying to create separate PRs. I don't know, maybe it's because they are trying to farm something. Sure about it, but I'll just add in the comment anyway.
Yeah, I think making a different PR is good here because we would like to tag the author of individual EIPs. So it makes sense to have different PR for different EIP, but it would be a good idea to have them listed in one issue so people know that, okay, fine, this is the set of changes you are proposing for different EIPs. It will be easier for editors.
No, even for the same EIP, but you have many asset files, right? So
Oh.
across the same asset file for the same EIP, they are doing multiple PRs for the same thing. For example, this ABC unused import, it might be across maybe, whatever files are there in this particular EIP assets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Then definitely making it look like most number of PRs merged.
And again, I mean, author should have been tagged, but this is something that I can just verify and approve.
One last PR in this series is PR 10577.
Seems like my browser is stuck.
Do you want to rejoin or something?
Okay, it responded.
So next I have added a few PRs which seems to be either spam or no longer needed, perhaps could be closed. Yeah, if you could review and confirm that, then we can get them closed.
I think Sam would be able to more definitely say whether these are needed or not. I can check for the 10567.
Yeah. So generally speaking, a stagnant, I mean, I have added it here for a reason. Generally, stagnant is a bot action. Bot makes a proposal to go to stagnant. And it was by a user. So that's why I flagged it here.
So this is a withdrawn EIP. User is trying to move to stagnant and
That's not allowed, yeah. So
That's
anyway,
not
it is
allowed, yeah. So anyway,
definitely a spam action.
I mean, I don't know, but maybe user wants to champion it. Let's ask this question because
But it's not allowed for any
but it's
proposal
not
which is
allowed for any proposal which is
withdrawn or final status cannot be resurrected. If he would want to do that, then he has to come up with a new proposal, even if you want to keep the entire content same. And if he wants to resurrect, why would he recommend going to stagnant status? Bring it to withdrawn, review, or some other status, right? Sorry, bring it to draft or review status. All right, this seems to be it for today. And thank you, Gajendra.
super.
Yeah. Thank you for looking at the PRs before the call. That was helpful. We could run fast with the PRs which were added. Thank you so much for your time. And people watching this recording later on or listening us on YouTube or Twitter, we do have a few announcements. We are going to have EIP Summit at Argentina. So if you're around, please join us on November 21st. You can find that information on DevConnect calendar, and the next office hour is cancelled for next Tuesday. We will see you on November 25th at 1600 UTC. Thank you everyone for joining us here today.
thank you everyone for joining us here today.